Alright guys, you're in for a treat today because I am going to go over my everyday carry backpack. I have not done one of these videos in many years, and I thought now would be a good time as ever because I had to bring a lot of stuff home for work this week because it's the Christmas break and I have a lot of admin stuff to do. So I'm like, well, since I have literally everything in the bag, I should do an update video. So that's where we're at. This is the Vanquest Trident 31, so it's a 31-liter backpack. It's a big boy, and I've had this bag for like 6 years. I absolutely love it. I see no reason to get any other bag. I've been looking, and I just love this thing. It's perfect. It's got so much versatility, and that's what I really like about it. I know some people don't like the tactical look, but I need that. Like sometimes I'm just throwing pens or flashlights or whatever off this thing, and I just I like that versatility. Not only that, but this is a Vanquest bag. This thing is expensive and it is very, very well made. I've had it for a number of years now, at least 5, and I don't see any tears or rips anywhere on this thing, and I'm telling you it gets abused. And I've had this backpack all over the country, at the Target FDC, at the Coca-Cola factory when I was a mechanic there, and now all the way to Tesla. And yeah, so let's just jump into it. So again, this is the Vanquest Trident 31. On the outside of it, I keep it, somewhat clean. Like I have the Keep It Frosty Snowman on there patch right now from 511 because it's Christmas. Then just the Liberty patch, I believe that is from Black Scout Survivor. And then the Maxpedition Pirate patch. I have other patches, like I have the free candy one on my Survivor kit here. But yeah, I have other patches, but a lot of times I'll just leave it all black. But these two are always on it. On the outside of it, first thing you'll see that I keep, and this is really important, is a water purification water bottle. This isn't just any other black water bottle. This is a Lark PureViz 2, and it has UV light. It's got a fancy straw with a filter. This thing will filter out 99.9% of any bacteria. It also has an app that tracks your hydration. This thing is awesome. It's the Mac Daddy of water bottles. It's a must-have. You have to have a way to hydrate, and you have to have a way to purify water from any water source. And that's what this does for you, and I love it. It's sleek, all black design. It probably won't take long for me to put a big dent in it somehow, like my Stanley, but it's awesome. I love it. So that's the Lark. I'll leave the video below for you guys to check out. I just did a video on it. And this first, let's just keep going the outside. Up here, you have the Hero clip. This thing is pretty cool. It's just a carabiner, but also it transforms into a hook. So you can hang the backpack off of whatever you want to hang it off of. And this thing has been on there since I've had the bag, so that's the Hero clip. And the only other thing on the outside is the Olight baton. This is the Olight Baton 3 Pro. It's like a 2300 lumen flashlight, I think. Might be brighter than that, but this thing lives on the side of the bag here. Quick access to a really bright flashlight. I have really nice flashlight in my car and stuff, but not always with my car. Like the bag goes with me everywhere, so I have a flashlight. I have multiple flashlights, you guys will see, but that is on the outside. Going into like this back panel, you wanted to keep an armor panel in this back zipper pouch, you could do that. I keep that on the inside, and you'll see that in a minute. The only other thing that I keep in here is a Faraday cage. This is from Silent, and this is a Faraday cage. And the reason why I have it in my EDC is for obvious reasons. Even if you shut your phone on airplane mode and turn it off, it can still be tracked. It still emits a signal. So this gives you the ability to quite literally disappear. This is, again, a patent seal from Silent, so that's a Faraday cage inside there. Essentially, it's like a copper type of liner. But yeah, you just put your phone in there, and away you go. Now the front part of it is just a regular admin pouch, so it doesn't have the Faraday protection, but this part is really cool. So that lives in that back panel piece, and it just gives me the ability to disappear if I ever need it to. So really cool from Silent. Anything in here besides a tourniquet? This is a Gen 7 cat tourniquet in a, I don't remember where I got this tourniquet holster. I have one for my plate carrier too. But yeah, this is a really nice holster because you can just put it on the side of your bag if you want to. I do not do that. Going in that back panel pouch, going around to the side admin pouch, the only thing I have in here is my work cell phone. This is just an iPhone 13 mini, I believe. And then, if I'm not mistaken, I have my lockpicks in here as well. So that's all I keep in the side admin pouch here. Sometimes I'll put like wipes in there, all wipes or notepad or whatever, but it's just basically for my phone and my lockpick set. So this comes in handy a lot. I have a fence in our apartment that's always locked. It's a flood basin, so the apartment locks it, and I always unlock it for all the neighbors to keep their dogs, and we go out and walk our dogs in this huge field that's fenced, and they keep locking the gate, and I just keep unlocking it. I just keep picking the lock. I try to leave it open, but they always lock it, so I always come in here and I pick it every time. And so that's what I do for the neighbors, and they all know I do it. The lady, sometimes if she sees me, she goes, "Can you open the gate for me?" I got you. Give me 1 minute. So, become friends with your neighbors. Like, it's very important to be able to stop intruders or be in the know of like what's going on in your neighborhood, because you need to be alerted of any kind of threat way before, and the best way to do that is to become friends with the Karen. It's not friends, but like, you got to be civil with everyone. That's how you operate in a civilian world. If you want to be a operator or like, you know, somebody who's tactically defensive, you need to be friendly. That's it. So anyways, that's it for the back pouches here. Let's jump into my dump pouch. This is the most important pouch because this is what I'm going to open right away when I get to work. I'm opening this thing up because it's going to have my toolkit in here. So that's that. That's my toolkit. Goes on my desk right away. Like I'm coming to work, opening this on my desk. If I need to go to a call, guys are calling me, "Hey, Will, we need you here, blah, blah, blah." I grab my tools, put in my back pocket, and I'm gone. Next, I have my pill kit. This is aspirin, Advil, Excedrin, my stomach pills, migraine medicine, stuff like that. I have the white X on there because if you open it this way, everything will dump out. And I've done that so many times. I got sick of it, so now it's marked X. Do not open it this way, dummy. And I still did it. I did it twice at least. So, pill cabinet. Next is my lockout tagout and some robot keys. If you guys don't know what lockout tagout is, it's essentially a way to de-energize the power of a cell, a robotic cell, an automation cell. You would, before you go into that cell to do any kind of work, you need to put your lock on a door so that way nobody can shut the door behind you and start the equipment and then kill you. So lockout tagout, very important. I have a yellow one as well, but the red one is, there's different colors for different things. I'm not going to get into lockout tagout, but this is the red one. I have yellow as well. And then I just have my shop keys, my robot keys, little screwdriver that comes in handy actually, because it's like I actually been using it. We'll talk about that in a second, but yeah. So that's this right away. Those things are going on me within the first 3.5 minutes of me being at work. Not in the car, not at home. A lot of times, like all week, this stuff will be on my desk mostly. Like I said, just so happens I have everything with me, so that's why I wanted to do this video. All right, so that's it for that pouch. My dump pouch. Great dump pouch, by the way. It's massive front dump pouch. If I wanted to carry this in the side, I could, and if I wanted to hook the lock to the bag, I could. I could do all those things. My hard hat, when I was a technician, I would hook to one of my holsters falling in the sink. Let's get into the other admin pouch here. So this is more stuff that I'm going to put on me pretty much right away. First thing is this Olight. This is an Olight Arkfeld Pro. It's got a UV light. It's got a laser pointer, which is always on. This is basically all I use it for. Because, like, I'm dealing with the engineers and my techs, you know, and we're trying to get work done. And a lot of times we're trying to point to each other equipment that may be failing or down, or a sensor that's not working. You just simply, it's far away in a cell, it's moving, and you can't just like go and touch it, you know what I mean? So you just point, that's what I want. Hey, that light socket is out. So laser pointer, and then your standard flashlight. Pretty sick, this thing. I think it's like 500 lumens. It's not super bright. It's all I need. But it's, yeah, I've been getting beat up. It's great. I love it. Next thing that goes in my pocket, so this is on-body EDC stuff, right? It's in my bag, but once I get to work, it's on-body EDC at work now. This is my blade that I keep at work, for work. Like, I'm a knife guy through and through. This is my favorite knife. I love this thing. This is just a cheap Milwaukee razor blade. What I like about it is this, which I lost a bit, which is why I've been using the guy on my keys, because you know the boom lifts, how they have, if you guys don't know what a boom lift is, it's a giant machine. It's a giant, it's basically a bucket truck that allows you to get to high up places. So it has an arm with a bucket on the end, and you operate it inside, and it's a boom lift. Somebody disabled the horn, so I was trying to open the door to connect the horn, because when it goes up and down, or when you're driving it, that horn needs to be blaring so people can hear it. And you know, it wasn't working, so it was driving me crazy. So I'm like, the horn not work. Anyway, I lost a bit, so that's what happened there. But that's what makes this tool awesome. Flathead and a Phillips head. On either side, you can flip it, and then also this is your, I think it's like a 7mm socket, so you can get those annoying little bolts out. And a lot of times with this, I saw some stuff from Big Idea Design that I'm really intrigued by, but right now, this is what I'm using. So a couple other things here, a Sharpie, very important. I'm using this thing like 800 times a day. And then my two favorite pens in the whole wide world, but this is the Olight O pen, and this is a little bolt action pen. I thought this would be a flashlight. It is not. But this thing, I love this tool, this writing tool. It's so cool. This is my baby. This is the Big Idea Design TI pen. So that's a titanium little small pen. And I love these two pens. These are my babies. They'll be on my desk for a short time, and then once it's time to go home, they make it right back to the bag. And then, so that's it. In this back part, I have a beard comb for when my beard's long. Right now I have it cut. And then some Band-Aids and an ID holder, just no big deal. In this front zipper dump pouch, this is like some Blistex. I have some Dayquil, migraine medicine. This is like a medical dump pouch. Some Super C. This is like, if I'm sick, this is the one I'm going into, and you know, so that's that. Front, this is another really good one. I keep some cool stuff here. So I got a knife. I think this is called the Ontario Model 1 in D2 steel. I have custom scales on this guy. I love knives, but this one, I just love this knife so much. It's one of my favorite knives. That's why it lives in my backpack. I have a Spyderco Paramilitary over here and some other knives, but this is the one that lives in this bag because it's not that expensive. I custom made it, and it'll get through some stuff, man. This thing is a chopper. It'll get the job done. I've pried things with this. I have done all kinds of stuff with this knife. So, great, great blade. Looks like I have a little cord here for something. These are just some highlighters, and this will make more sense in a minute here, but I have just some really nice markers. These are highlighter markers. These are really nice. They're graphic markers. These are alcohol based, and these are really high quality markers. They're not just like your regular Walmart highlighters that one may get. I'm a stationary nerd. You'll see that in a minute. And then I have my paint markers here. I just gave away my white one to one of my techs, but these are 2 paint markers. So everybody knows when I'm into something, it's pink or baby blue. I have the red one right now, but my baby blue one dried out, so I'm a little upset about that. But these are from Metal Machine, and these are really, really nice paint markers. They're more for doing artwork and stuff like that. I use them for designing equipment upgrades or line upgrades or anything like that. Right here, I have last year's notepad. I can't show you, well, I mean, I can show you this. This is nothing, but a lot of times I'll just do like upgrades to conveyance or maybe some other stuff that I'm doing. I can't really show you anything else in here because it's all proprietary information. If I can come across something that's cool to show you that I drew, stuff like that in these books. This is last year's. I just did my book you'll see in a minute with this year's. So, but if I need reference from stuff that I've done throughout the last year, then I go to this. And here, just another big dump pouch. But yeah, that's that. Now let's get into the main compartment of this thing. This is why this video is always so hard to do, because all your EDC stuff just gets all over the place. Oh, look, my badass water bottle's telling me I need to hydrate. Done. It's a little messed up right now, but anyway, you can do that or open it from the top. So we'll just kind of open it the best I can here. So first thing, I just keep, this is a charger. Like, this stuff isn't always in the bag, but it just so happens I needed to bring my work computer home and do admin work here. Basically, I'm doing reviews for everyone right now, so I needed to write reviews and do a lot of computer work. Let's just get this out of the way. This is my work computer. It's not my personal computer. I keep a 15-inch MacBook Pro, but this is my work one, and this is a HP ZBook. It's just a workhorse, and it's built very well. I mean, I've dropped this thing, and it's just still kicking. I took it to IT, and they're like, dude, this computer has been through, I have a QR code here. I don't want you guys to see, but anyway, like, it's been just, like, smashed. But, yeah, this thing is a workhorse of a computer. I keep an AirTag on it, and then all my cool little stickers just to make it a little personalized. The AirTag is because the factory is so huge that if you leave, I'll leave my computer at a breakdown, just like anything else, my water bottle or whatever, and I'll forget where it is. And the place is so big, I got to walk all over the place. It'll take hours to find it if I don't remember where it's at. So the ZBook, get to work. I plug it into my replicators, which then give me my 3 monitors. And then I run all of my cell maps and everything else. Like, it's just crazy. My job's cool. I'm not going to lie. My job is badass. I work on the Cybertruck line, if you guys don't know, at Tesla Gigafactory, and it is an awesome job. I love it. Next, we have, these are my Oakleys. These are not in here, but I always keep this microfiber towel in here because at work I use safety glasses that are always getting dirty. So I always keep these in here. And if I do need to bring my sunglasses, I have a way to keep them from getting crushed because they're like $300. So there's that. Now I have my personal IFAK. Inside of here is all of my personal first aid, another tourniquet, like I showed you the one here. This is an orange one. This is more of a practice tourniquet, to be honest with you, but you can still use it. I like the black ones, but I also like the orange ones too. The Sharpie is there so you can write the time and time stamp the tourniquet. I have some gloves. So I just took out this hemostatic agent because it's old and I need to update it, so I just ordered one from Skinny Medic, and that's where you should get some of your medical supply too. Some band-aids and stuff like that, no big deal. This is just a really handy little trauma kit. Now in my vehicle I keep a full-blown trauma kit that is able to deal with a lot more. But this thing will get you out of a bad situation. On the back, I have another flashlight, but this one is a more specific flashlight. You can shine this in somebody's eye and be able to check the dilation of their pupils in case they may have been dealing with a concussion. Maybe they hit their head. I actually had somebody over the summer who hit their head quite hard. It wasn't one of my team members, but it was somebody, and I seen it happen. And I actually ran to get my light and was able to diagnose that they had a concussion. Of course, they still go to the nurse or whatever, and the nurse confirms. But yeah, I was able to check that quick because he wanted to get up and go to work. I'm like, you got a concussion, brother. You need to go to the nurse. And so that's what happened. So really helpful to have that. This is my baby. This thing goes everywhere with me. I love this thing. This is a traveler's notebook. It's a very, very high quality journal that you're able to customize to your liking. I also keep my super nerdy color pen with all the different clicky colors, green, blue, black, and red, and it's erasable. It's a great pen. I love this pen. I got another one from Amazon and somebody freaking stole it. Even though I have a camera, they didn't care. They literally took it out of the package on my front porch and left on Christmas Eve. Anyway, and I have him on camera, but you know, never gonna see him probably again. So this is the Traveler's Notebook. You can check these out. They're made in Japan. It's a Japanese company. Really high quality piece of leather. Comes with these little gems on there on the side. It's just a very well made notebook. And inside, I have a checkbook here. I don't want you guys to see that, but inside it, a checkbook, and then I have a my date notebook. And again, this is a new year, so I just replaced to a new year, but this will be all filled here. And inside of this, there's a plastic little pouch, admin pouch for stationery. I keep my very, very nice brass ruler, and that's how I do a lot of my drawings and stuff. Some in my stationery kit at work at my desk, I keep a protractor as well and some other tools. But I like this. This is my thing, man. I'm just such a nerd. But I have here. This is art, more date side. I can't really show you a lot of stuff in here because a lot of it's work. And then I have even more like notes from work. This is all review stuff, so I definitely can't show you this. But here, this is what this is. This is a graph paper is what you want. And so I just change that. And then in the back, I keep a just plain white paper in case I want to draw or take notes or just scribble scrabble. That is my traveler's notebook. This thing is my absolute favorite. It comes with me everywhere I go, and I write in this thing 3 times a day, and I just love it. It's a good way for me to keep notes, and I outfitted it to my liking. It's great. Traveler's notebook, you should check them out. Quite expensive, but that's fine. This is really cool too. So to go along with my traveler's notebook and everything else that I do, this is my stationery kit / EDC little bit of a toolkit. I have a mechanical pencil on the front here, which is a really nice one, by the way, from U Brands. Really cool mechanical pencil. Probably the best one that I've ever had, and I've had tons of them. Opening this guy, I have all of my stuff that I need as a soup. So we have a set of Leatherman Raptors on this guy. So these are great scissors. Foldable Leatherman Raptors. These are awesome. This guy here is called the Key Buds. And what this thing is for is cleaning your cell phone, your computer, your laptop, your computer, your laptop, your earbuds, any kind of tech or device. This thing will clean it with its little kit. So I love this thing. This thing comes in handy. I clean my phone now all the time. It'll get in those little tough to reach spots. I also can use it for your car if you need to. I wouldn't recommend. I just get a separate one, but that is the Key Buds. I have another replicator in here that will give me, like my computer, I plug in and I get my 3 monitors, and then I'll plug this one in if I need to use my mouse and my head. Like, I got a lot of stuff I got to plug into my computer. And so that's just another replicator besides the one I already have. This is also the one that I'll use to plug up at home on my massive monitor here. And I can run some different screens here at the house if I need to get more work done and be doing multiple tasks at once. Another set of monkeys. These, well, did I even show you the other set? Maybe I did. But these, yeah, another set of monkeys. Nail clippers. This is a test light, or a tester, voltage tester. Very handy. I wish the clip didn't break, but it did. Essentially, you can check to see if stuff's powered with that. Very important to have. Then I just got some really small wire cutters, some chapstick, and then various cables for other different devices I may need, and Bluetooth chips. In the back here, what's this? Not sure what this is. Some sticky stuff for stationery. And then a power brick. And another Gigafactory sticker. If anybody needs one, holla. So, if you have to work at Tesla. But yeah, so that is my little kit for that. Thing, this is a self-defense option. In the computer back part, you can keep this in the back panel, but I keep it here. This is a soft armor pad, so essentially this backpack is bulletproof. Obviously, you can't carry a firearm at work, but I can defend myself against firearms. This is good for 5 years, and it'll stop a 9mm. It won't stop a rifle, but it's better than nothing, right? So I just always keep this in all my backpacks, have one of these, and it just hangs out there. In these pouches here, I have a mask. Nothing really crazy about it. I don't even think I ever use it. I don't think I've ever used it, really. And then I have my power bank. That's in here. This is a dark energy power bank, so this thing is pretty badass. It's awesome. This is a really good one. So power bank, and then the cable, and then also have all the other cables that will charge multiple different phones. You know, the iPhone 16 uses now a USB-C, but I still have, everybody at work has the old iPhone still, or some guys do. So I keep different charging cables and capabilities, and other old like devices we use at work still use the old school plugs and stuff. So some more Olight chargers for my flashlights, and that's what lives in these little side pouches here. And that, guys, is it for my EDC backpack. A lot of stuff, but what's really cool about having a system like this is you don't have to look for stuff. I know what I have. I know what I need all day long. I don't have to like worry about not having something or not being able to charge something. I have backup phones. Redundancy is what I like. Like, just having redundancy to my system, it just makes my productivity go up like 50% without it. Like, without this bag, I wouldn't be able to do anything. Just having a system like this increases your productivity like 100%. It's amazing to be organized and have things where you need it. I'm a stickler for all that kind of stuff, and anybody who knows me knows I like things put back where they go, and I don't want stuff all over. And that's just how I train my techs, and that's just what I like. So organization is key to most things in life. So anyways, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Next, we'll talk about some other EDC stuff. Like, I have a really cool survivor kit that I would like to show you guys. It has a lot of survival items in it, some bolt cutters, my badass Bradford knife with my really beautiful beads, and my awesome sheath, and it's just a great little kit that I have here. And then I also have an off-carry option for a Glock 43 that works really well. This is an alpaca bag, so we got that video coming up, and some other EDC stuff. And yeah, so that's all in the future. So definitely subscribe, guys. If you need any kind of gear, work gear especially, Go check out the links in the description. 1620 is one of my channel's sponsors and affiliates, and these guys are great. They make unbelievable work hoodies and work pants, and they're just awesome, high quality, made in the USA. And use my discount code HCRD10, all capital letters, and that'll get you 10% off. Thank you guys so much for watching. Definitely like the video. It only takes 1 second, half a second. So please do that. It helps me get some leverage in the algorithm. And I hope to see you guys in the next one. I love you all. Peace.